We're back. Arsenal are firing on all cylinders. We got a cup final on Sunday. We got plenty to discuss. Zah, what you saying, my boy? You're right.
Good. I just remembered I owe you a video. I was sorry.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, man. Don't
I was
worry. Don't
fighting
worry, man.
these Neymar lover boys on Twitter for a little bit. I'm not a Neymar fan. I'm not. I mean, he's a good player. I think he's overrated, and
Oh,
I'm
I can't
expressing
believe this
that,
is
and
why
that's
you
not a popular
started this.
that's not a popular opinion online. So that's the weeds
I
that I was
can't
in. But anyway,
believe
how
you
are we
started
doing?
this. Bro, you don't like. I'm a big name of Zah, man. I can't
I, I
believe
I
you
think he's
started
overrated.
tonight.
So for me, it's he just didn't do it for long enough. So yeah, he was very good, elite, very good player on his day, very good player on his day, very good player on his
Yeah.
day. But how many of those days has he had? You know, he played 120 times for Barcelona, 123 times for Barcelona. He was absolutely elite there for Barcelona. But for haters like me, right, will come out and say that that team had Iniesta, Busquets, Iniesta. Who else was on that?
And he played a
Messi,
key role, bro. Are we
Suarez.
forgetting?
Rightly
Are we
so.
forgetting the route
No,
to the 2015
no, no, no,
Champions League final and the
no, no.
comeback?
Rightly so.
And he
Deluded.
dragged
Right.
PSG. And he dragged Brazil, where Brazil's being shit.
Right. Right.
Nah,
Right.
man.
Rightly so. He played a big role in that
He shouldn't have
thingy
went Paris Saint-Germain, but
in
I
that
can't
ran
believe
and all that. But then when you go to PSG is your time to then prove to haters like me that I am actually D1. And there's no
it. Yeah.
absolutely you leave absolutely no doubt for haters like me to then say that, oh, you are a part of a team that had Messi, Suarez, Busquets, Iniesta,
Played a
Xavi,
key role in all of it as well.
Valdez.
Dragged them to
That is
2015
true. That
Champions
is
League
true. That is
final.
true. But let me tell you something. Being good amongst good players, it's easier than being
He's one of
shit having
Brazil's
to
top
carry.
goal scorers. He's dragged Brazil
No, rightly
to the
so.
World Cup
Rightly
and
so.
during the World Cup, though. And when they
Rightly
got
so.
sacked, he was
But
injured.
you ask deluded. You ask Brazilians what counts, right? The
Yeah.
formers, the guys that he's compared to. Pele lifted that gold thing that weighs 20 kgs. He lifted that for Brazil. Ronaldo, he lifted that gold thing that weighs
Mm.
20 kgs for Brazil. Where's Neymar? That's what matters.
But look who he's playing with. In the same vein where you said he's playing with all these great guys at Barcelona, bro, he's playing around shit Brazilians.
True,
Like he's in the
true. That's
worst
where.
stage.
That's where. So, rightly so. That's where it's. I don't know. I think he's a bit. Yes, he's a good player, but I
You're
think
a
people
hater,
people
man.
overrated. People overrated. But anyway, Neymar is my problem. That was just to get the juices flowing on a
I
good
can't
morning.
believe it.
This is my actual problem. This is the problem that I actually care about, the Arsenal problem and all that, bro. How are you feeling about this team, man?
I'm good, man. You know what? We'll get into the final, but I wanted to ask you, like, I wanted to ask you, like, I wanted to touch on the Champions League, not necessarily
Mhm.
yet Arsenal versus Leverkusen. Like, how did you feel about the British team's performances in the Champions League, and where do you stand on that whole debate about the Prem's the best league in the world or the worst league or whatever have you?
Okay, so that's two. That's I think so for me. That's two completely different questions. The Premier League is, but oh god, this whole I shouldn't
This
have
big is
opened with this
mad.
name. I shouldn't have opened with this name. You see,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is what I
you
was dealing
opened
with.
the can of worms,
This is
my
what I
boy.
was dealing with online. Is once you say Neymar, one of the popular guys. Oh my goodness, people come out to think. But so those are two different. For me personally, I think those are two completely different questions, right?
Mm,
Because the Champions League is weird. The Champions League is a completely different style of football. It's tournament football. You're encountering teams that play different styles, different cultures, and what's more important in the Champions League. I don't know how to say this. I guess it's not less, for lack of better terms, is less. So what's more important in the Champions League is completely different to what's more important in like the league. I feel like in the Champions League, teams that tend to focus more on control. Maybe it's because in the Champions League, I'm watching more of us than anybody else. But teams that tend to focus more on control, it tend to fare better if you're built from the back moving up. I feel like you're fair you're fairly you're fair you're fair. I can't even focus on Arsenal with these Neymar comments. People forget that I talked about Neymar. We're talking about Arsenal now. Jesus.
You opened the can of worms, man.
Teams that are, what was I even saying now? Now I've completely forgot my train.
You're
My
talking
train of
about
thought. Yeah,
like
teams
how
that are built
teams
from
set
the
up in the
back,
champs and in their own
from the
league.
back front, tend to fare better in the Champions League. The Champions League, the room for error it seems like it's way less than in the actual league. So the margins are very, very, very slim. And you tend not to get away. You can't get away with as much as you can in the league because I'm guessing it's mainly because you're literally every week deluded. You're preparing for a completely different team, a completely different style of football. Like for example, we played Inter. We played who else have we played? We played like
Inter, Bayern, flipping who else?
Bayern.
Inter,
It's like these are
Bayern,
completely,
Atletico,
yeah, Atletico.
Hirat,
You see, these are
Leverkusen.
these are teams from leagues that play completely different
Yeah,
styles of football and all that. So you gotta be able to adapt. Whereas with the league play, it's cats that you see every week, right? So they're more prepared for you. They neutralize you. They can
like the
neutralize
devil you
you
know versus the
better.
devil you don't. Really,
Exactly. Perfect analogy. Perfect analogy kind of thing. So in that sense, I feel like the English teams this time round struggled in that sense. Cause I mean, what did I say? Back to front, we take a look at City. Their defense
City got
really
bopped, Chelsea got bopped,
isn't really
Spurs
that
got
great, right?
smoked,
We take a look at
Newcastle pants.
Chelsea. That
Liverpool
defense
came from
really isn't
behind and
that
worked
great,
through, but dang,
kind of deal. So it's more of that. I think it was just a tough year for England, for the English league this year. I still feel 1,000%. So to answer now the second part of your question, I still feel 1,000% the English league is by far the best league there is, because you go to Wolves, Arsenal goes to Wolves, and you draw 2-2. Liverpool goes to Wolves and they lose 2-1. That doesn't happen anywhere else. There's the most parity in the English league.
so
I
is
know
it?
I
Let
know
me stop you there
Tactical's
as well,
online
yeah.
here. What's up?
Let me stop you there, yeah, because I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying there, yeah. But this is kind of it's how I view the Premier League. Is the Premier League the best league or the most competitive league? Because of what you said
It's the
there,
most
like
it's
with
the most
Wolves and
competitive.
whatnot.
It's the most competitive.
Because you look at some of the
Would you
teams in the
say
Conference League and from England and vice versa, yeah, like the English teams are having a bit of a downward slope, really.
so we can answer so I can answer that so it's the most competitive by far. The best now, deluded. Let me ask you this. Do you think the Champions League format is really is really, I mean, it's what we have. It's what we have to judge the best. That's what we have. But if
The
I were to
format
ask
or
you
the
this,
teams.
do you think the format of the tournament itself, the Champions League tournament, actually kind of shows us, it's what we have to judge who the best is, but does it really show us? Does it
Not
does it
really.
does it really necessarily show us? Like, can you without a doubt say, I mean, yes, that is the only measuring stick we have. So whoever wins the Champions League right now is who we have to say is the best team on the planet, because that's what we have, right? But then putting that aside, can you really say that tournament itself, as it is, in the way that it's run, the way that it is, actually shows you who the best team in Europe is? Absolutely not. Because we're going to get to the final. We can get to the, inshallah, I hope. Let me not, I see, I almost jumped the gun there. We might get to the final without playing, many other teams that were in the tournament, made it even as far, could have made it even as far as the semifinal and the knockout rounds. And we haven't even encountered them earlier. So it's tough to say, it's tough to truly judge that based off your performance, based off the teams, the league's team's performance in that particular version of the Champions League. That is the standard. That's what we're going to use as the judge of are you a good team and competitive thing? But that's what we have. Unfortunately, I don't think it's the best way to judge who it is. Right? I would have liked for more of a. If you were to ask me, give me more of a.
We got rants
If
for
you're
the
going to do
road.
a Champions League, give me more of like a league format, right? Give me more of a, if you really want to see who the best are, give me more of a promotion, demotion kind of thing with the Europa ones, and
Nah, you're
give
moving
me
mad,
big
man.
games
Fuck all
every
of that.
week.
Fuck all of that, man. That's one thing I think needed to go away from the Europa League. Like you can't. You're rewarding failure, in it. You're rewarding
Yeah, the teams
dropping down.
that get
I
out the
don't agree.
Champions League
I
win the
don't
Europa
agree with
League.
that. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I
true,
always thought
true.
it's quite silly. Like if you go out the Champions League, your dance should be done in it. That should be kind of it. Obviously, if you benefit from that, if I'm in the Champions League in the old school ways, if I'm in the Champions League, I stink out
Win
the
the
gaff.
Europa and
I
get
get to
back.
the Europa, I win the Europa. I'm great, but I think that's also unfair, man. Do you know what? For what
Yeah,
it's worth. I think Spain's the best league at the moment, purely because I know he won it for a French team, but we all know big up rants for the raid again. It's a Spanish ethos with Luis Enrique in it. We all know he's Mr. La Liga. And they won the Champions League, so I go with them. They won the Euros. I think when it comes to tactics and stuff, I'm a big fan of the, pardon me, of the Spanish approach, man. But I think the Prem's the
yeah.
most competitive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's
Their
the best. Like the
their style
performance
of
across the
football.
board in all competitions, they're stinking it out, man.
I'll say this: the Spanish way is probably the most easy. It's probably the most easy on the eye.
Yeah.
I'll,
Oh, yeah. On the
I'll
eye,
I'll
yeah.
say
1,000,000%.
that. Yeah, on the eye to watch, it's the most easy on the eye. Italian is brutal. I think
Even it's Italy's up there for competitiveness as well. Last
Italian is
couple of
brutal.
years, Serie A. Even now,
Yeah,
it looks like
yeah,
Inter can't be caught, but it's
yeah,
quite competitive.
yeah.
So
But
yeah,
I mean,
it's what it
that's
is.
what we have as the judge. I know this format, the way they redid this format was for this to to have a bit more big games, which we do have a bit more big games, but yeah, I mean it's what we have. And I don't know. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. I don't think this year is the fair. Actually, it might be. It might be. It honestly might be because look, City. If we're being honest with each other, City's garbage. The defense is garbage. They deserve to win against Real Madrid? Absolutely not. Their defense is garbage. It's been garbage the whole year. Newcastle, Liverpool, terrible year. Us, I guess some may say. I think if you ask me, we're a very good team. If you ask the internet, we're the best of a useless lot. So you pick your poison, pick who you think. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. So what if let's say if let me ask you this. Let's say if Arsenal then goes. So people are talking about it like this right now, right? Let's say if Arsenal then goes and wins the whole thing. What's the deal? What's the word on the English teams now? Are they
I
still the
can't
worst
lie.
in the
You know what they're
league?
gonna say. Me personally, I don't care, but I just want Arsenal to win shit. Like they
There it
can have
is.
that conversation. I just want to do champion. Ooh.
That's the thing.
Even
They're
that, yeah.
saying
Like,
this. They're
go
saying this
on.
because they're gone. They're saying this because they're gone. If Arsenal was the one that was gone and they had advanced, they would have been
Yeah,
a bit kinder
that's
with
their
their words.
business, man. I'm not one of them fans. Oh my gosh, all the English teams, we need to stick together. It's for the greater love of the game. If it's not my club, I do not care. Like I don't care what Liverpool do, Chelsea do, City do, Spurs do, and likewise with us. Obviously, I don't know if I had to pick, teams that are in the Europa or the Conference League. I might want them to win it. I'm not gonna say I support them. I do think some clubs in other countries or people in other countries they're kind of more become a bit tribal, like you're representing the nation. We haven't really got that. So I'm not really on
Yeah,
that if I'm
yeah,
completely honest
yeah,
with you.
yeah. You
So
guys, England is club over country.
yeah, man, it's club over country.
Club over
Let's get
country
back to
first.
Arsenal though, man. Like it's been a good little time, man. First things first, yeah. Let's talk about the cup final, man. Let's just get it over and done with. First thing, how does it feel to be in a cup final? How are you feeling about it before we get into the isms and schisms?
That's a good question, Deluded. You're not gonna like my answer because I've been struggling with that same question. I honestly don't know how to feel. I'll be honest with you, bro. I feel I feel very confident, which is what scares me. I feel very confident. I'm looking at it So I'm looking at it at the fact that we are the team that's lost 3 games only. This City team stinks. Wembley. This is, the beginning of there is a good energy around this club right now. This could be the beginning of of a very pregnant season. We are pregnant right now, deluded. Sunday could be the first day we deliver the first baby. First day we deliver the first baby. And let me tell you something, when that first baby is delivered, how I'm seeing it is the other 3 babies that are left in the stomach, they're gonna be kicking like crazy, dying to come out. So it's a very, very, very massive occasion. It's one game, right? It's one game, one tournament. However, that's the reality of it. However, mentally and psychologically, bro, this game is everything. This
What do you
game,
mean
I
by that?
think,
Expand on that.
I think this game sets up the end of our season, right? It may only be the Carabao Cup. It's the Carabao Cup, right? So the actual
Mm.
result itself only on that day only affects the Carabao Cup. But I have a feeling that Carabao Cup result could have a psychological effect on results in the Champions League, in the Premier League, and in the FA Cup,
So
which is
best case and worst
which is
case
the three
scenario
that
and
we
the
have, which is
psychological
what we
effect.
have
What do
left.
you mean?
So that pretty much puts the stakes for this game very high. You said best case what?
Because you mentioned psychological and it could make or break our league. Yeah. So best case scenario, Arsenal go and win the cup.
The
Worst
only
case
case, the only
scenario,
case, the only
where
case,
you at with that?
the
How does it pan
the only
out
case,
beyond that point then?
the only case scenario is we have to win it. We have to win it. The other, the other scenario is what scares me. That's what scares me. That is the land of the unknown. Land of the unknown where if we don't win, what happens? Right? One or two things can happen. It's either, which is the one that I am hoping this doesn't happen. It's either our season unravels, the back end of our season unravels, and it's unfortunate that these games now are coming thick and fast, bro. Thick and fast. So it will happen painfully and it will happen very fast. So it's either our season unravels or, which is what I am hoping, and I actually think this is the case with this team, because I mean, over the 40 something games, these guys have shown me it's like, we moan, we come on here, we chat like this, we chat like that. But at the end of the day, when I pick up my phone, my feeling, how I feel and what I see when I swipe through the results segment of the Arsenal thing just doesn't match up. There's only 3 losses there. That's not how I felt the entire season. So I'm hoping that if it goes left, the other outcome is, which is what they've done the entire season, is they just shake it off and bounce back. So it's in that case, it's the first true test. The first true test for me as an Arsenal fan. And what actually sucks now, right, is the international break. I would have loved for us to
It'll
then
leave a
get
sour
that
taste in your mouth if you don't win.
because the internet, that's the thing, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. Not only that, right, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth for 2 weeks, and then a lot of shit, with us, deluded, a lot of shit always happens during the international break, right? So it's like
Whole players
it
pull out and get wrapped in cotton wool, man.
if it
Gabriel
goes
Magalhaes,
left,
Bukayo Saka,
you
Declan
know,
Rice, Alaquim in particular.
these guys, deluded, these guys, they're gonna be running to those little black Mercedes Benz that fucking picked them up and dropped them off at St. George's, running, them, man. I don't know why you're even getting your hopes up, hoping that
I ain't got my
Saka's
hopes
gonna
up.
be like, he's gonna ask for like Tuchel, be like, yo, just sit me out for this game, bro. That
Nah, man, these
motherfucker's
not
gonna
good
say,
news.
play me 180 minutes, deluded. That's what he's gonna say, man. So
You know what?
that's what sucks is the timing of the international break. That's what makes me nervous. Am I confident? Absolutely. As an Arsenal fan, even even now, the haters that aren't Man City blue. So take the Liverpool fans out of it. Ask all the other haters. Ask them.
The Peckham
Even
Reds,
now,
the
we have
biggest
broken them
perpetrators.
to a point where they're like, you know what? I don't fucking like this, but you know what? I think Arsenal might actually do it. That's the point that we've reached. And that is why We need to get over the line. I am feeling very, very confident, but also I am very wary that this is prime time position for for an Arsenal sucker punch right here.
I mean, yeah, the boys have
And
been
it's
back.
how do we react to that?
The boys have been backed. It's now time for them to back the fans. The football career is short. Like, you're not guaranteed any bits of silverware. You lot have been on a 6-year drought. None of you in the last recent years have been in a final. So it's a new kind of battleground. You know, if you win, going up them Wembley steps is the best thing ever. It's the worst thing, obviously, if you lose.
Yeah.
You do learn in
Steps are
life
heavy
more.
when you lose.
Yeah, you do learn a lot more in life than you do when you succeed, but it's time to win the game, man. They bleed just like us. You haven't won a trophy. You do need to whet the appetite. I do agree somewhat with the whole psychological stuff for City Arsenal. I do disagree just because I do think there's psychological factors with Arsenal in isolation. We need to get over the line. We want to win. You know, we want to keep the feel good. We've done what we've needed to do in the champs, done what we've needed to do in the Prem. Man City is poor. It's like I had done a stream earlier today, yeah, and I described Man City as it's like in a working environment, it's like they've lost their girlfriend, they've lost their job, someone's broken into their car, the rent's gone up, family dramas, they're just getting hit and hit and hit and hit over the head. If they can't rally themselves for a final, then God knows what's going to go on with them. And it's almost a full circle moment. The last time we was in this competition, in the final at this stage, we played City, and obviously it went south with Mustafi.
Yeah.
And we all know the journey we've been on with Mikel Arteta and specifically City, you know, from when he was obviously at Arsenal, retired, went over there, came back here. They used to slap us, oh, there, you lot are good youths. Then it started to get a bit of argy-bargy. I don't think City fear us. I don't think we fear them. I think it comes down to 5 margins. And most importantly, we just have to relish it. If we win, amazing stuff. If we lose, I don't think we can afford to crumble, because worst case comes to worst, you could be like Liverpool, innit? Liverpool lost against Newcastle. At the end of the day, they won the Premier League. And I do think form goes out the window. I don't know how we're going to approach the game. Don't know how City's going to approach the game. I think there's fragilities that if I was Pep Guardiola or if I was Mikel Arteta, I'd look to exploit. There's some interesting battles, you know, for the best of the bad bunch, even though he's not scoring. I look at someone like Doku. I wonder who is actually going to be all right back. Is it going to be Mascara, White, or Timber? You know, you look at centre half. Some people actually believe Saliba might not start. It might be Mascara. Then obviously you got the goalie.
The big talking point in goal.
Pardon me?
The big talking point is in goal. Who starts in goal?
For me, right? We ain't been to a final in 6 years. You're the best man.
Kepa's the cup keeper, though.
Who told you this?
It's probably in his contract. It's probably in his contract.
We know this. Who told you?
He's the one that he's been starting.
He's the one that's played, and he's done well. And it
he's
would
played
be
the entire
harsh,
tournament.
No, yeah, he's done well. But at the end of the day, is this Kepa FC or Arsenal FC? If life was fair, we'd all have a lot less. Bro, why does...
No, I'm with you. I'm on your side. I'm playing devil's advocate.
I do think Kepa will start and he'll have my support. But if life was fair, we'd all have a lot less. I wish Norgard got some more minutes. I wish Miles Lewis-Kelly got more minutes. Kepa probably deserves more minutes. Fuck that. If the best man goes out there, for me, it should be right. Obviously, you look at... It's not even just the goalie things are. It's the fact that he's going to move the ball quicker. Riot, Kepa, if you play, just do your best, innit? Like, I don't really believe in Kepa, but you ain't put a foot wrong. You do deserve to start, but I don't understand this. Like, there's no guarantee. And I know it's not going to help Kepa, but if we go and win it and you don't play, obviously you've got us here. Where I feel some sympathy for the manager is you can't win in it. If you play Riot and we lose, you should have kept Kepa. You play Kepa,
yeah, he's in a lose-lose situation.
Like, I don't know where the sympathy comes from. We want to win a trophy. You lot that want Kepa to play, you lot are going to be the first to crash out if he makes a mistake.
I'm with you. So I was just playing. I was playing devil's advocate because that's the main talk right now. But I'm 10,000. I'm 10,000% with you, bro. This is not a position to be playing around with. As I said, this game, as I said a little earlier, this game affects the rest of our season, and we're in a position where it's this season, or if we don't do it this season, Deluded, we've already waited 20-something years. It could be another freaking 20. Let's not play around. Let's not play around now that we're here. From here henceforth, if whoever is, of course, depending on the availability and then what the thing he's saying, the red light thingy on the boobs is saying, the fitness, the physical condition monitor is saying,
red zone and that.
From here henceforth, Deluded, best foot forward. None of this reevaluating of but you know, what if we take it easy here and all that. The one way we can probably do that is if we win City, if we win Bournemouth, and if we beat City in the league. Yeah, it's Bournemouth then City for league. Yeah, Bournemouth then City. If we win those next 2 games in the league, then from there henceforth, give me NordVPN football. Give me Norgard football in the league every single game. But up until then, any game that we're playing, it has to be best man forward, man.
The only time I would entertain any resting and whatnot is West Ham, man. But yeah, man, we just need to win the game. I'm gonna know a lot about my players, because as much as I think it's down for Mikel Arteta and Pep to get it right, and obviously pivot in game and all of those kind of things, I think it's the players against themselves. City, you're feeling sorry for yourselves. You've won everything there is to offer in the game. It's not going right. Nobody cares. What are you going to do about it in the final? Arsenal Football Club,
bro,
you finally got to a final. Nobody cares. People are ready to draw you out. We know there's a witch hunt and all of these kind of things. We know there's an element of shamelessness. You go and win the League Cup. People are going to say it's only the League Cup. But I'm looking at you lot versus yourselves. You lot go and enjoy it. A football career is short. You've been starved of finals. I just want no regrets. Of course, I'll be bitterly disappointed if we lose, but I don't want no regrets. I don't want no.
I don't want to be.
Just go out there and handle business, man.
I don't want to be dealing with a clip for 2 weeks. So yeah, do it for yourself. But at the end of the day, the number one person you should be thinking of is me. I don't want to be dealing with a fucking clip for 2 weeks. I don't want to be dealing with a clip for 2 weeks, and then of course it's going to be another few more days because everybody's going to say, "Oh, it's just Southampton." If we do, that is, if we do beat them, everyone's going to say, "Oh, it's just Southampton, so it doesn't count." I don't want to be dealing with a clip for 2.5. That's it, but you know, people. It's just go out there and just please. It's like, bro, how many years have we eaten shit for, bro? It's been 20 something years of this nonsense, of this whole people don't engage logically with Arsenal fans. They don't engage logic. It's like I go in good faith.
Obtuse.
I go in good faith, trying to have a good discussion about football to discuss. But once they know that this is what I wear on my chest, I'm a joke.
I want to do too much.
We need to change that this season, and it's
never gonna change.
It's slowly starting. It's slowly. This last the Leverkusen result. That Leverkusen result has swayed a lot of people. There's a lot of those people that were yap that are now quiet. They're like, okay, maybe these guys, because look.
To be honest, I feel that we're in the Premier League after we beat Everton, and what happened, everyone's like, fair enough. And I'll say this, if you're not connected to Arsenal Football Club, if you're a genuine football purist, I'll say this, if you're a football purist, the ones that you can have a laugh, you can have a joke, you can call us bottlers, you can give us our credit. If you're genuine football purist at its core level, I'm not referring to you. You see, if you're one of these, second again, ole, during our Arsenal agendas, you don't need to hold this. Fuck your praise. I don't want none of it. I want all the smoke. I don't care how you portray my football club. I know you're genuinely disingenuous. 1 minute we're corner boys. That's gone quiet because we scored from open play and everybody's copying it.
Number one from open play.
Bro, people are intentionally. I was almost gonna get myself cancelled with that, so I'm gonna say intentionally unintelligent. Yeah, people act dumb. If again, and why I'm to exclude the football purists. Yeah? Because I don't know what people. Because there's two things that grandma gears, Azar. There's two things that grandma gears. People like to tell Arsenal fans how to feel. Now there's some literal. There's some positive, toxic ones. You know, Arteta could shit in their hands and clap, and they'll say it's amazing. There's some people that Arteta can do no right. Both are wrong, innit? You're in that kind of mixed ground. One thing that annoys me is when people talk about Arsenal's style of play. We're therefore not as boring to watch as people make out. One, you're watching us all the time, so we can't be that boring. Or two, you're not watching us and you're keeping those same old connotations without backing them up. But that's not even what I'm even trying to refer to as. Like, we're not that boring, but they'd like to govern Arsenal fans' thoughts. Why can't we be in a camp that where we do think there's obviously numerous things to improve? We're not necessarily happy with specifically how we're attacking, but we're trying to get over the line. If we can get over the line while all in the performance week in, week out, that's all it for us. And for me, when they talk about this anti-football stuff, the belly's in the beast. The Premier League is just a physical game. Every manager is micromanaging.
There's no space.
It's systemic football, and there's a big burden on set pieces. We are up there for open goals from open play. We're up there for set pieces. We play the highest line in the league. We face the lowest blocks in the league. So we can't be that. If anybody's ruining football, it's the belly of the beast. It can't be us. But this is what I mean by when man say things, it makes sense. But when if you actually care about football or just having the right information, and this goes for all clubs, and you're actually looking at stuff, you can't have these age-old thoughts. This is why I don't really care about external validation. And even that, ZAH, you look at Muhammad Ali, or in a footballing terms, they used to call City boring, so we got no problem, no chance. But you look at City, you look at the United teams, you look at when Arsenal did it, you look at when Liverpool did it. Nobody admired these guys at the moment. Like nobody admired
Chelsea,
them. They had many
Chelsea
different
teams
things over them, but you had to accept it. That's the stage I'm at. Like we've gone from bottlers, we can't get over the line, we can never ever do it, to but you're not doing it in a way that pleases me as someone that's not connected to Arsenal. Drop me out, bro. Drop me out.
Deluded. Arteta has killed them. Arteta has killed them. You know, like how you have a sweat towel and you're trying to get the sweat off. That's what Arteta. He's doing this. He's not relenting. He's not
right now. Just make it get over the line.
Because they are just then Arteta the next game.
Yep.
2-0. Next game.
And you know what people forget as well, so sometimes, like we have, like I remember Liverpool. Do you remember who scored? For the life of me, I want to say it was, I think Darwin Núñez scored. I remember Trent played the ball. Salah obviously pull it across for Darwin Núñez in either last season or the year before. I think Marino bagged, Everybody was onto us in that game, about stick or twist. Arsenal fans, we was onto Mikel Arteta. The minute he told Kivior, venture with the ball, Miles Lewis-Skelly, get a bit more further. Obviously, we got caught in the transition. So you do have to think about these things. Now, don't get it twisted. If we want to get to a scenario where we haven't been before, we all need to be something we've never been. So, Arteta, can you bring in Lewis-Skelly in midfield? Can you do other things in midfield? Can you get the attackers clicking and whatnot? There's them little micro things that need to happen, but this is what I mean, where people are not fair. And if you're, by all means, if you're looking at this generally as a neutral without emotions, you can smoke us and call us boring. But if you have, genuinely, I believe with our team, if you've got 10 negatives, you have to find 10 positives, because we're not shit. Like, we're genuinely not shit. And when people do this, the league is rubbish and whatnot, that's your business. Why are we the best of a bad bunch? And we ain't even got over the line. So it's a broader discussion.
It's like, for example, that buying game with the whole boring thing. That buying game, that score wasn't a fair score. That 2-0 score,
both teams
hides a lot. Trossard had different boots on. That score could have easily been like 4-5-0 kind of thing. So it's like,
ruled out for offside? It was legit. But
how are we boring? No, it was handball. It was
something.
Who was it?
It was handball, but still.
It was handball. Who was Havertz? Havertz when he was holding the guy on the shirt.
They did something that let them down in the last game. Like, they actually played the game against us in the first leg, like the Premier League. Yeah, they tried to be a bit more on the front foot. Catches us out of there, man. So
how did you feel about us in that Leverkusen game? I thought we were brilliant. That first half,
we were professional, man. Very
that
professional.
First half of that second leg was some of the best football that we played. Was some of the best football that we played this year. That's what I'm saying, is that the fact that Trossard didn't bury 2 or 3. I mean, some of them were just miraculous goalkeeping. The one where the fucking guy was off his foot. That was a miraculous save. But Trossard scores 2 or 3 of those in that first half. That first half, we were brilliant, man. We were brilliant. And then the second two it's I don't know, Deluded. I feel good. I feel very good. We are clicking. It seems like, I don't know if
it's crossed his brazy. I'm seeing things now.
Yeah, who was it? Hincapié.
Yeah.
That, bro, one look up, boom, fills the ball.
Hincapié is a warrior. Joker is potentially some of his best game.
We played that game wasn't fair. That game was not fair at all to our team. Those guys deserved way more goals. Yeah, we won, so it's still the same thing, but it deserved to be a bit more for morale, because we were unbelievable. That Eze goal. Holy shit, bro. I want to talk to the idiots. Do you remember the idiots 3 months ago? Oh, Arteta's not playing him. Eze this, Arteta's killing Eze that, blah, 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 that.
You understand what's demanding?
And we're trying to tell you that, dude, dude, at this stage that we're at right now, where they were moaning that, oh, why is Arteta not playing and why is he still on the bench? He's already had more minutes than he's had for Palace, kind of thing. I think we've managed that guy's minute and we've managed that guy's season brilliantly. Look at him now, bro.
He's living up to it.
Look at him now, bro. Look at him now. Look at him now.
And he's normally good at Wembley, so fingers, toes, everything crossed. This is time,
bro. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That hit was.
This guy kills me.
I'm sorry. That hit was, bro. Brother, that hit was
the touch and the bang. Nasty.
The way he steps into it. Touch. It was who passed it? It was Trossard. Trossard passes it. Touch. 1, 2, bang.
Let me ask you this. Is it goal of the season? Arsenal goal of the season? Because we've had a few still. Eze is up there potentially for a couple. Gyökeres against North London Derby. I'm sure I'd still give it Noni Club Brugge. Absolute cracker. I'm sure Zubi scored a screamer.
Shit, I'd forgotten about the Madueke. I'd forgotten about the Madueke. Yeah, the Madueke. The Madueke one. I'd forgotten about the Madueke Bruges. That might be it. That might be the Madueke Bruges.
I'm sure Zubimendi, West Ham volley. We scored a couple volleys. And I like the fact that we're shooting from outside the area. Something statistically, Eze is one of those.
Eze had what? Eze at this moment. Eze North London Derby.
Martinelli against Chelsea, against City. Apologies. Gooner channel. Subscribe to them over there. You're right. Yeah. There's been 1-2 decent ones still. For the culture, Max Dowman. Shameless, but Max Dowman.
Why don't I remember the Martinelli City? I'll have to go back and
Saka and Noni's goals directly for who did Saka?
The Madueke. I think the Madueke. The one Madueke. Madueke for me. Oh, the corner one. I actually didn't even think of the corner one. The one where he scored
directly from a corner against.
Where he scored. No, it was Madueke. I don't think Saka scored directly.
I remember Madueke doing it. That was
it was Noni. I don't think Saka. No, it was Noni that scored from the corner when he thingied. It's when he went near post. Was the near post?
Yeah. I remember
when he went near post. I think the Noni screamer against Bruges is probably.
Yeah, I'd still give it Noni.
Bro, the Eze. But the Eze technique, bro. The Eze technique too. That's the thing.
That's what man wanted to see Eze do that. Eze, I'm not gonna lie, was looking dark at one point. He was looking a shadow of his former self. It looking scary, Eze. But alhamdulillah, you made it. Eze's sick, man.
This last month. I'll be honest.
You might get out the hood.
I'll be honest. Hand up. I was not a believer. I thought he was one of those. Hand up. I thought he was Mr. Popularity, just getting brownie points.
He's the only one
getting brownie points for nothing.
I thought it was dark. Eze, I thought it was dark.
But Eze,
I've been with you.
Eze, I've done a 180. I initially wasn't. Of course, I backed him. He's an Arsenal player, of course, but I thought that it was a bit too. I thought it was a bit too much from the fan base towards Eze. I thought he was getting, the Mandem text, getting love.
Yeah, I was definitely
Mandem. Yeah, because he's Mandem and not because of what he's done with Arsenal. That rubbed me the wrong way.
I think he understands what's demanded of it. You know, this Arteta, it's not a cop out because again, Eze, you're good now. You there were some games you was anonymous and shit. We have to be honest, but it was probably a culture shock, and it looks like now he understands. Arteta wants you here, do that, and you're finding the balance with doing what got you to Arsenal, isn't it? Doing that Eze shit.
He himself said it. It was a learning curve with Arteta. So what he wasn't used to, what I think Eze wasn't used to, if you ask me, in my opinion, is the fact that based off just who he was and where he played, is the fact that if he didn't do at Palace, if he didn't press at Palace, it was fine. He was the main guy.
You're a big fish in a small pond. Now you have to do that.
Arteta doesn't operate that way. I don't know if people will take people back a little bit. We'll take people back a little bit. To when he started. The fuck? Sorry, I'm not. My light just went out. I don't know why. We'll take Eze back to what was I saying? Oh, Arteta back to when Arteta started. He had Ozil. That's what Ozil got. That's what got Ozil out the team. Ozil thought he was too.
Like under
too
Arteta,
big
he's
to
actually
press.
working.
Arteta said my number one non-negotiable is the pressing for that position, and that's what they just needed to get used to. Once he figured that out, bro, that guy was pressing against Bayern. I don't know if anybody saw that. If anybody noticed that, he was pressing. He was pressing. But what now I'm worried about, I think I saw somewhere on Twitter that he mouthed, I didn't really see what he mouthed, but is he okay? The injury, is he?
Yeah, no, I think he's good, bro. You're gonna have knocks at the Rice come out and said, I'm tired. Every footballer, whether you're in Man United's case, 40 games or like you're competing in all comps, they're all gonna have niggles and knocks and tight hamstrings. Now the games are coming thick and fast, and that's obviously the byproduct with what we wanted from Eze to get around the games. But you've got more games, so obviously you're gonna be in the trenches. Statistically, I think a few months ago, Sky Sports came out with he's played the most minutes he's played in a single season, and Arteta said that the other day himself. And it's only obviously owing to Kai's been in and out the side.
Yeah.
Odegaard's been in and out the side. We kind of have to play you in this regard.
Yeah.
One thing I'd say is Eze, keep doing this because you've got so much to add to this Arsenal team. You can get goals, you can get assists. You're bringing in that Arteta stuff. I see no reason as to why you can't be as effective off the left-hand side. When Odegaard and them kind of players were there, Eze's got this trait that he can help us from deep as well.
I love him in that 10, bro. I love him.
I'm not saying left. I don't love him.
I love him.
It's more different tools. I'm more thinking Saka can play right wing, he can play in the 10. Kai can play all about the place. That's the little bit of the tools that we need at times, maybe potentially in the Champions League, maybe in the Premier League team game where everything's not going to plan. We just need to be able to do a couple of dodgy stuff, my boy.
Let me tell you something.
Over the line.
Let me tell you something, Deluded. The one thing I am loving, the main thing I am loving about Eze is the fact that my number 10.
His goal as well. We're shaking him. We're not even giving him love.
Wait, what you say?
I said big up Rice for his goal as well. We're not even giving him love. We ain't even mentioned it. So big up Rice for his thing as well.
Dex is an 8 out. He's an 8.5 out of 10 every single game. So it's a given. We don't even need to talk about that kind of thing. But the Eze, what I'm loving the most about Eze is the fact that my number 10, Deluded, my number 10 is actually picking up the ball in the positions and number 10 is meant to be in. Not this control shit that Odegaard does where he drops back and we have 3 guys, our whole entire midfield, when we have the ball, is picking up the ball from so deep. We don't even have somebody up there with we don't even have somebody up there closer to Joker.
You don't miss Odegaard.
I miss him here and there to give Eze a break, but I'm loving what I'm seeing from Eze right now. That's the thing. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Eze right now. I miss Odegaard in the sense that we're 2-0 up at that 60th minute. It was Odegaard that was meant to be coming in so Eze can chill a little bit. We took Zubamendi out.
I've mentioned that. I have missed that.
Took Zubamendi out this game. I honestly thought Zubamendi should have just played 90. Rice should have been the one to get off for.
I'm with you from that.
For NordVPN because he. Actually, both of them have a big because what's his name? Zubamendi's gonna be in Spain.
You know what? Gooner channel is a horrible
start for Spain.
And you know what?
We move on from Odegaard. Yes.
No. Let's throw a disclaimer out there. Big squad, all of that kind of stuff. Everybody knows that. Yeah, that's the disclaimer. Big squad. You know, with no shame in that. That's the disclaimer because this is a safe place. Now let's keep it true and answer his question.
Yes.
Has Arteta moved on from him? Is
yes.
My thing.
Don't
speak too much. Has Arteta moved on from Odegaard?
No. Have I moved on? Yes. Have I moved on? Yes. Has Arteta moved on? No. That's what matters. What has Arteta moved on is the only question that matters.
30 million is on 200 odd grand a week. They might say, you know what, Eze's coming through. Wanyeri, Dalman. You do have Kai Havertz and Marino obviously in that role. They might say, "Ooh, shop."
And they won't move on from. What am I saying? Yes, Arteta won't move on. There's 2 guys Arteta can never move on from, in my eyes. Arteta cannot move out from Kai Havertz. Arteta cannot move on from Martin Odegaard. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be there until the end. I don't know where we're at with him yet in terms of Arteta. So he is my favorite. He's one of my favorite players. If not, he's arguably my favorite. He's arguably. Where does Marino in this current squad, this current iteration this year? That's the thing. I mean, I like all of them, but I pick Marino. Marino's probably in my top. He's in my top.
Marino's one of our best big game players, where he stands up.
Gabriel, Marino.
I don't need to see you every week, but a couple times you're there to help us.
Right now, my three guys this season: Gabriel, Marino, and Capie. Them three
Wait,
are
what?
the three.
For what, under
And
what metric? What metric do you pick?
just guys I'm falling in love with. There's no metric. It's the
Bye for that,
it's
but I
the
hear it.
metric. The metric is my heart. The metric is my heart. Those are the guys that this season, for some reason, I just got Marino for what he did for us last season, man. I just got attached. It's like this guy. We didn't buy Marino to do what he did for us last season.
He's one of the
There was
most
a need.
intelligent players in the squad in terms of
Yeah,
understanding the tactics and all of that kind of jazz. He might
it
not
was a
be the fastest or be the biggest shirt seller, but I've got time for Marino. There's been a couple of times, and I know we
yeah.
always do this thing, yeah, when the players that aren't there, every man and woman that supports a football club does this. The ones that aren't there, you always think,
Are the
oh
ones
yeah,
you
if he
get.
was there, he could have helped us. I've got
Yeah,
time for Marino. But I can't
but
lie, I wouldn't
Marino, I
sell
genuinely
Odegaard.
feel it. What's up?
I wouldn't sell Odegaard. I wouldn't sell Odegaard unless Berta comes to me. And if it was unless it was me, Berta, and Arteta, and he comes to me and says, you know what, Odegaard's on X amount, we bought him for X amount, we can make X amount, we're trying to bring in this player. What you man saying? Then I might. In terms of just Odegaard, though, I think you can help us in the squad. Obviously, people can waffle about the wages, but I have liked when you've come off the bench this season. North London Derby comes to mind, Newcastle comes to mind, Leeds comes to mind. I'm definitely missing one out. I wouldn't force him out the door. I think there's man that need to leave way before him. Gabriel Jesus, for example, kills me to say it. Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson. These are the guys that potentially one of Trossard or Martinelli to make way for a left
Oh,
winger.
The Nelson loan is an option,
Yeah, it's an option, but you're not going to buy
not
him, man.
not an
How much has
obligation.
we seen this with Reece Nelson, man? That was just a quick thing. Yeah, we got a little squad player. He fucks off back to Arsenal, and I love Nelson because he's a Haaland boy, but realistically, he needs to
Yeah,
cut, bro.
it's been over for Nelson. So the
Fabio
Odegaard
Vieira as
thing.
well.
So you hit the nail on the head right there. I won't chase him out the club. I would never chase him out the club. However, I feel like the project, we're at a place with this project for the long term sustainability of the actual project. We need a we need a we need a big sale. We need a big sale to keep us going, to set us into the future, set
When you
up the
say big sell,
team,
do you
the
mean names or
project.
like a fee? Because there's
So
only
so
two men that's
so
bringing in a decent fee here.
so you know
I
what?
don't want
You
to
know
know.
what? You know what, Deluded? I'm gonna compare it. Let me kind of compare it to a moment that happened to another club. We need a Philippe Coutinho sale moment kind of
No
thing.
one's fetching them
And
fees, my boy.
I mean, of course, not the
Mm.
fee. The fee, of course, not. But it we can get a sale of a big player. You'd say, can we not? You don't think we can squeeze close to 100 out of Odegaard
Huh?
over the summer?
Martin Odegaard make 100 million. Listen, Berta and
As,
you,
as
Zaha and
close
Berta,
as
if you not gonna make that
close
happen, build you both statues, huh? Them man,
as 80
100
with
mil for Odegaard
it's
in this
the,
form.
the,
Put
the,
yourself in the buyer's shoes. You might want to buy Odegaard. Oh,
no,
he's great.
but
He's
then that
essential for the
picture
rebuild.
doesn't
Are
that
you gonna put
picture
100 million on?
No, but Deluded, doesn't that picture holding up the thing with the bunny ears, the thing with the bunny ears, doesn't that add a little 20 on top? I thought that's how it works usually. Where all of a sudden you're a champion and just saying those words, your price goes up a little bit. Because
Probably.
that's how we're treated. That's how we were treated. That's how we're treated. That's how we were told
And to be
we
honest, in
have to
this
look
game,
at
it's what
it.
you can
That's how we
hustle
were
in it.
told to look at it when we were buying people like
You're
Gabriel
not gonna be able to
Jesus.
tell him.
When we were buying people like Gabriel Jesus. When we were buying people like Zinchenko. I was
To
told
be fair,
that,
at the
yo,
time, I think both of them were fair value. We just zanged ourselves with the wages.
we were told that these guys, because they've won a trophy, these are big players. They've won a trophy. They know how to win. So you gotta pay the big bucks. So doesn't that, in theory, won't that logic apply to Martin Odegaard? He's won a trophy. He knows how to win. So give me an extra 20.
I mean, if we can get peace for him, why not? Yeah, but I'm still of
Still
the
dreaming
belief.
about
Yeah,
the club myself. Yeah, the hundreds a
yeah,
bit
no,
much. Hundreds,
I can't like the only.
hundreds
I'll be
much.
real. I don't want Wanyeri or Miles Lewis Skelly sold. They cannot be sold under any circumstances, or we need to riot. But in terms of bringing in a transfer fee, I see them two
Them too.
fetching more
Yeah,
of a transfer
yeah,
fee than an Odegaard or whatever. But to
yeah.
be fair, there this summer, beyond the obvious, because Berta, you've given us 8 players. You've the new deals, the new contracts. Every week, somebody's signing a new one, including the two I just said. We probably need to get better at selling in it. And Odegaard was signed for 30 million. This is now where I'm going to learn anything about Berta, because you lot are saying things. You know what? Again, when I hear naturally 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 million, I start thinking these are crazy transfer fees. But then when we all look at the game of all clubs, yeah, it's the going rate. It's what you could hustle. Like, we've all had to pay proportionate fees, whether it's banged or not, for these players.
Deluded.
So you're right with
that reaction, the reaction that I'm not, that reaction, the whole.
This is why I'm like, bro, what can
always happens. It always happens when it's an Arsenal player. When you bring up an Arsenal player, that's when it's like, are you crazy? 100 million? How am I crazy?
Does he want to leave though? Beyond the obvious, he's got a kid.
Guys like Anthony. Why was it never crazy or a problem when an unknown coming from Ajax by the name of Anthony, just because he's Brazilian, is thing? How is it crazy? People have seen Odegaard. You know,
the British teams always get zanged, man. It's like going on holiday and paying the tourist rights. We always zang ourselves.
That's what sucks, over there. Man. It's whenever it's us and we need to get rid, they're like, hell no. But when you're buying, so it's like, that's how we can't sell guys. Like, that's how we can never sell guys. Because when we're trying to sell our guys, they're like, no, because he's an Arsenal player. No, he's shit. But you'll take a gamble on a Brazilian unknown and buy him for like 50 mil. Whether it works out or not, in some cases it looks like it's somewhat working out. The Estevals, it's looking like it's working out and all that, but that's a huge gap. Those guys were unknowns. That people threw big money at. So I don't know. We do need a moral of the story is we
need some sales and some
we need a sale, but you know what I think we're actually going to get.
Have to go to war with himself with some of his, like, the guys he likes to play, like what you were saying with Odegaard, with Marino. I think he has to make some unpopular decisions as well. But yeah, I cut you off though. What was he saying?
But you know what we're going to end up. You know what we're going to end up getting more of? Not sales, but just contract expirings. That's what we'll get. It's
and even that. I don't know.
Berta proved me wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Berta proved me wrong, yeah. But I also
because that was the former Arsenal. I'm talking about Arsenal. Berta, this is the first time.
But I also think, it can't just be on him. There's going to be some man we want to move on that we're unable to sell. Some man we want to move on, but we might not be able to bring in certain players to play in that position and give us cover.
This is what's bothering me, Deluded.
No, but I also think to myself, like, you look at Gabriel Jesus, like, of course it's easy to say move on. You're probably going to miss out on the Brazil squad. We want you to be moved on. But what if he sits there and says, I've won another Premier League trophy in my career. I've won something at Arsenal. He's clearly not a disruptive influence, so Arteta will always have him around the squad. He has got a young family. He is contracted until 2027, and you know what? This is probably a last big contract. I can't get angry if you was to say, you know what, I want to run this down like what I normally see in football, and then if I'm going back to Brazil, if I'm doing any of this, that's something. So we're kind of at their mercy, innit? So Berta's kind of cleaning up mess that he inherited.
We can't get angry, Deluded. We gave him that contract.
I don't get angry. Exactly.
We can't get angry. We gave him that contract. He has to see it out. You'll be an idiot. Leaving 250. You guys in the chat.
And the loyalty bonus.
You guys in the chat. Blindfolds on.
And what if
you're being offered 30,000.
What if he believes that?
You're being offered 30,000 a week. You're making 200,000 a week. Would you leave? You'd be an idiot to leave.
Nah, I can't lie. Billy, I'm not selling Miles Lewis, Skelly, or Wanyeri. Them man can stay, bro. I don't know. Sell everyone else, man. I'll sell my left. I'll sell my right kidney before I get rid of them, mate. You know what I mean?
I hate to break it to you, Deluded.
Yeah.
Because this is the same. I'm wearing a shirt. It's the same way I feel with every single one of these. I felt the same way with Ainsley Niles.
He smelled the weed, bro.
I felt the same way with Maitland Niles. I felt the same way with Alexi Iwobi. I felt the same way with...
Big up Iwobi, but whoa. I don't know.
I love Iwobi. I love Iwobi. I love Iwobi. All the Africans, the thing is, those guys, the Africans, the young Africans get the African tax with me. The Africans, of course, are going to be my guys. They're going to be my guys. I have his jersey in there. Iwobi. Those guys, Benny Kafome, what's his name? Chaksaniki, Chuba Akpom.
What a name. You know what? You see Chaksaniki, I thought he was going to bang at Arsenal. I thought him, we had a Turkish guy, Ozyakup. You know what? That was the last time we won the midfielder,
Ozyakup.
That squad that we Henry Lansbury, Connor Henderson, Luke Ayling's gone off and done quite well for himself. That age group could have done a lot better. And that's even when you look at this youth talent thing, yeah, the guys that are the guys at 16 aren't necessarily the guys at 18. The guys at 18 aren't necessarily those at 21, not necessarily dead at 23. I hear it though. I hope we just got done dirty with injuries, man. Done
But
dirty.
yeah, no, the Mileses and the Ethans. I'm hoping I'm hoping Miles. So Miles, I don't know much about Ethan. Miles, I'm Miles. His family his mom is brilliant. So I'm hoping she sees the light.
Before we shot him, man.
She sees the light and is patient. He's 18. Take time. You won't have major injuries if you take time like this. Ethan, I'm worried. Ethan, my worry is his agent. His agent's a bit of a problem, but Ethan is like Saka too, is Arsenal. He seems like Arsenal through and through. So we have a priority with him. So it's I don't know. I mean, I'd love them to stay forever, but as you said, it might be them two. Them two are the ones that that will bring the. Actually, bro, it's been expired. It's like a 2-week read. I need a new one. It's like 3 weeks now. But them two are the ones that are going to bring close to a hundo. We do need I think we do need a major sale. But it's looking good, DG. It's looking good, man.
Let me ask you this as well before I forget. Yeah, obviously we people as well. If you're just joining us, you have to go to the beginning. We have talked about the cup final and about trophies. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, what do you think is the most like? First, what's the most important position we need to address in the summer? And I don't know, for example, if you've got 4 areas, like say them from most important to like rank them in it.
You know what I'd love to do this summer? So before I go into the actual position, you know what I would love to do this summer? I would love for us to, I think we're kind of there. We're there right now with the squad. I think it's more of an Arteta problem here too, where it's just he's not showing trust. He shows trust in certain and not all. I want him to show trust in pretty much all, right? And that's by that. If he starts showing trust in all the guys that are in the squad, that means that it gets lighter on the legs for everybody. So, for example, if more trust was shown in Norgard, right? They would have been less minutes on like Declan Rice's legs and stuff like that. So, in that regards, those when we are going into the transfer market, I think we should look a lot at those kind of signings. We need to look at who in our starting lineup right now because we've got a World Cup. We've got a World Cup and we're going straight into the season. Who in our starting lineup right now can we get a guy in who is at that exact same level so that, you know what?
Or at least not far off.
Yeah, at least there's not a big drop off so that come at the time that they're back from the World Cup and it's in the season and, you know, and we it's the first day of preseason and we're assessing and Saka and Rice are back and I look at them and I do the test and I see that they're still in the red. I can be in a position where as a coach, I'm like, okay, Saka and Rice, you have played so much football these last 5-6 years. How about you go take another 2 weeks? Go to Los Angeles. Go hang out in the sun at Venice.
It's kind of like Wenger. When Wenger used to do that, he's like, no, I don't care. Like, you want to play every player, you have to have 2 weeks.
It's like, nope. Go to Chicago. Come hang out on Lake Michigan. Come hang out. Come spend summer in the playpen with at the midget Zimbo at Lake Michigan. You know, chill out a little bit. So that's what I think we need to be focused, primarily focused on when we go into the market. I myself next season, depending on how this season goes, depending on how this season goes, will determine how much grace I give next season. If we win the Premier League and the Champions League this season, I say that listen, Arteta, you can punt next season. You can take send Saka on a because these guys haven't rested, Deluded. These guys haven't rested since COVID. Send Saka on a month holiday. Send Rice on a month holiday. Right? Come back and then we can that will be better for their long term in the next 4 or 5 seasons kind of deal. Whereas, so those are the signings we should be looking at. That being said, for that's for the guys. So that's for guys like Saka, Rice, and all that. That being said, where do I think we need to improve starting lineup wise? I think every single Arsenal fan will give you the same exact answer. Everyone will tell you we need a left winger. I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement to that. Trossard and Martinelli just are not good enough options as starters. For squad players, they're brilliant. Martinelli brings in a lot of energy. I think Martinelli still has a lot to offer. His qualities, his pace and energy and all that bring in are good ones when you come in 60 minutes. But we need an actual bad boy that starts, that's efficient, that takes chances on the left.
And I know many people say, what's the market saying? And they're right. You're scratching your head. Of course, we can say bait names like Morgan Rogers and that, but that's not our problem. The club have known that's an area to be addressed going into next season. So now, and also last year, players come from whoever, address it. Me personally, striker, left winger. I do think Ben White's maybe moved on to another right back. Yep, striker.
If you're not happy with Gyökeres.
Big up Gyökeres with his unique qualities and wearing jeans. He's a bad boy, but you can do it 2 ways for me with the striker thing, yeah. I know we're not getting Julian Alvarez, and I think if we were to get someone like Julian Alvarez, you can kiss goodbye to a game-changing left winger. That we might get somebody that could become that.
You play him left wing.
Huh?
You play him left. You play Julian left.
You can play him off the left, but bro, I've seen what I need to see. He's up front. I don't see us paying 100 million for him to put him out on the left on a consistent basis. I know we're not going to get him, but we're linked with like Tonali and that's about 60 odd. You're going to need another fullback.
Apparently City's looking at him too.
Pardon me?
Apparently City's looking at Tonali too.
Yeah, well, him, yeah, but what I'll take from that is there must be a significant chunk to put in midfield. I do want a striker, and what I mean by that is if you can get Julian Alvarez, like if it was easy as this, and there's a willingness from Arsenal and Atletico and obviously Alvarez and Arteta to get this done, I'm happy in it. But you could either get the game changer or you get somebody that rotates in and out with Gyökeres. So like a youngish kind of, like if we had Sesko with Gyökeres, if that makes sense. I do think we're missing someone. I know there's Marino and there's Kai, but I do.
So so that's my question. What are you doing with Kai Havertz on your depth chart? Where is he?
Keep working on man. There's a lot of games. Kai.
What are you considering?
Kai will get games for me. I'd be open to letting him go, but Kai will get games for me. Kai will get games for me. Like
where are you having him compete? Are you having him compete at striker, at 10, or at 8?
According to he's got unique qualities. It's genuinely according to the game state. It depends who we're playing. Like I as much as I'm not a big fan of Kai Havertz in midfield, there are games.
No, but when you're building your squad, where are you putting his name to say? All right, I have 2 strikers, I have 2 10s.
That Odegaard row up front first, the Odegaard row, and then somewhere lower down in the 8.
3 strikers. 3 strikers, 280. So you're 3 strikers. Your 3 strikers, one's on 280, the other one's on 200.
Or you get a young striker that can grow.
I think what he'll do. That right. So what you just said right there, I think is what we'll do in that position. Because I don't know. I
like that Crumpty guy at Bournemouth, but who that would be, I don't know.
I saw that they're trying to maybe extend Havertz's contract. So that tells me that in that number 9 position, because we just got Gyökeres, in that number 9 position will be a striker, a young striker that will have time. Would you? How about let's go to midfield? Are you happy with?
Nah, I need another one. If you can get me to like if we
had
we
might need 2. I think we might need 2. I think we might need 2 because look, he's not playing Norgard.
Yeah,
so I said no.
I think Norgard and Kemper are going to leave in the summer because
I think Norgard's a very good player, but he's not playing him. So what?
And I don't know if he's going to give Lewis Kelly an opportunity there on a proper basis. Like, I'm not even saying he needs to start week out, but that's what I'm saying. You would need 2. I'd be happy with 1 if you're going to do that with Lewis Kelly between left back and midfield. And I know you've got Marino and Kai that can also play there, but for me, I'm with you. I want 2 midfielders. I did like obviously off the field, yeah, I don't condone what my man did. Like he's a wronging and whatnot. But Thomas Partey, if it was in a great world where he weren't accused of that or whatever, yeah, and you had him and
Unbelievable player.
Zubimendi, yeah, no,
Unbelievable player.
if you had him and Zubimendi, I think you do see Rice get rested. Even Zubi gets a bit rested. I'm not saying he don't rate Norgard, but there's clearly something that he feels either if he doesn't play Rice or Zubi, he doesn't get the same thing. So that's why if we just assume the Tonali links were legit, yeah, if we had Tonali, Declan Rice, Zubimendi, I'm cool with that as the three primary guys and the others can mix and blend. We need a midfielder or two. We need a left winger. We need a forward. Me personally, I think we need another defender. I do think we're going to dip into the market for a goalkeeper. I think Kepa and Moore got to leave.
What are we doing with? That's another thing. What are we doing with Dalman? Where is he?
He's 16, man. He's just cooling, man. He's getting warm, man.
Where is he? Man. I would. You know what? Dalman loan. Send him to the championship next season.
Calm down. You're moving mad. You don't need that. He doesn't need that. The heart's in the right place. No. He's good.
Play game in, get him to play 48 games. Game in, game out.
At 16, 17, developing physically, you're moving mad. No, forget the loan, man.
I'm about to say
that. We have to promote some good habits at the club as well, man. Like,
I'm being unrealistic. You're right. He's 16. He's 16.
You know what? I hear it because you're excited. Dalman showing, doing the business and whatnot. It's excitement. It's
realistically, cool, and that's the thing is that it's. Bro, social media and football have changed so much that this is crazy. 20, 30 years ago, bro, we weren't seeing 18, 19-year-olds playing as 19-year-olds nowadays 18, 19-year-olds are the backbones of teams. Bro, Saka was playing every game for us at 18, 19. That's crazy. Back in the day, that didn't happen. And you tend to forget. It's like these guys are still at 19. I was making all the freaking wrong decisions ever. And every single decision I've made in life at that age was wrong.
I don't think
that was in college.
But I have seen college. And that was going low at 17, but I think it's too different. I just think that was
there's a lot of time. And that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping with the exposure. Because the juice is nice, bro. The juice is nice. The juice is nice, bro. Jumping from 200,000 Instagram followers to north of 1 million in a matter of 24 hours, brother. That is proper juice. And when those guys are telling you on your posts, you have to be playing. Why aren't you playing? Bruh, you start thinking twice. We got to be, that's the thing, is that you got to manage the modern day thing with realism. Yes.
And then even that, ZAH, like, it's very different. Like, don't get twisted. Like, Dalman is at the right stage of his career, right? But let's just assume, boom, he done what he did against Everton on Saturday. Tuesday, you're playing against Leverkusen. We expect the same. We're trying to go through. What if in an alternative universe, the exact thing happened against Everton? You play Bayern Leverkusen. It's 1-1. You miss a tap-in and you look a bit tired and you're running into blind alleys. They go down the other end and dump us out. That is where we're going with football. There'll be times he's going to have to answer that, but just let the man slow cook, man. Do what he can.
Yeah. But it's. I'll tell you this, Deluded. It's we were all early teens. Yeah.
Also, teenagers are not teenagers back then. Like, you had 23-year-old men at Arsenal and also like Frank Lampard that were moving like 30-year-olds. The dynamics are different now, innit?
Time has changed, man. Life has changed so much, man. And it's honestly, it's crazy. I mean, his parents are unbelievable, bro, because I'm seeing it with my nephew, my brother's son. I mean, us Africans, you know, cultures are different. Us Africans, we roll differently. We're not like with these white folks. We if you don't listen, we sort you out. So you listen, you end up listening as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in a place like England, growing up like that, Max Dalman, it's crazy to see a kid come up like that, proper like that. Is crazy without the traditional African ways that straighten you proper. You'll grow up knowing, as an African kid, you will grow up knowing what's right and what's wrong.
This guy, man.
African mommies don't play. They don't play, man. They don't play. You're a disgrace. I've seen too many
Nah, man,
stuff.
said this game. It's all calm, man. And backs down, we can do whatever. I mean, for me, I know
Look
this
at
is
Saka.
bad.
Look at Saka. How
Yeah, but yeah,
disciplined and
Saka's
how
a good youth. But I need Ray Parler and Wilshere
that's
and them
proper
kind of man around Max
African.
Dalman. Get him some red left, man. He needs
That's
to have
proper
all
African,
Max
bro.
Dalman needs is a
No, no,
dark
no,
goal
no, no,
thing,
no.
yeah.
Don't corrupt. No,
He'll
no.
be
Listen,
nothing but
listen.
finish.
Don't red nets. Don't
Yeah,
corrupt the
he
kid
needs
like
that.
that.
Listen, Max just needs. Listen, I can see it in Max. I can tell you're gonna be an evil you. I can see it. He needs his help, bro. For the red left. That Grealish,
I
Foden,
want,
Wilshere, Dalman, all merged into one. Best ever player
I
for the
want,
football club.
I want 1 to 25 good youths that I don't have to worry about. That I
Man.
know will be tucked in bed at
You
10.
weren't winning nothing with good youths. Look at Magalhaes. Saka's a little shithouser on occasion as well. Nobody believes it. I don't want no good youths. Rice is everyone's friend, but he's we need when we had Mandem and Geezers, we won shit. Not these yes sir, no sir.
Actually, yeah, true.
Sir.
Actually, yeah, true. Yeah, true. Because actually, you're right. Because those English
Like,
guys
Tony
that
Adams
we had
weren't a
back
good
in the
youth.
day.
Even right,
Tony Adams, Ray
the
Parler,
good
those
youths
guys
don't
were
win shit.
drinking and all that. Yeah, you're right. Ray Parler, Keown, all those
It's
old
like
guys
Keown and Mac
were
bastard.
thinking the African belt. Yeah, it's the best teacher on the planet. I mean, look at how far I've gone in life. Look at how far I've gone in life. That's because of that African belt. you get that African belt in life early. You learn how to survive. You can survive anywhere on the planet. you drop me in Turkmenistan, and I'll be fine.
ZAH is funny, man. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna let ZAH get out of it. It's been 1 minute and 12 minutes, man. An hour and 12 minutes. Get this guy, man. ZAH, you're a bad man. Where can people find you, man? It's been a pleasure as always.
At the Midget Zimbo on X, on TikTok, on Instagram, everywhere. At the Midget Zimbo. And yeah, man, it's cup final time this weekend. I'm excited.
Fingers, toes, everything crossed. We're winning, we're partying, wherever you are around the world, or if you're local to North London, certain man are saying the quad's on. We definitely hope that's the case. Let's just confirm the League Cup, confirm the Prem, left foot in front of the right, see what we can do and celebrate come the end of the season, and then try and do it all over again, man. Before I let you get out of his arm, man, give me a score prediction. Give me a score prediction for the game on Sunday. I'm going penalties. I'm going 1-1 and penalties.
What I need to do, actually, the second I get off, I'll do your video for you too.
Appreciate you, man. I made it nervous again.
Yes, I know. It's because I want to say what my heart's saying. But then I know what the commenters are gonna say. The commenters are gonna be on me because they already jumped on me for the Neymar thing.
I'm nervous. Your prediction.
Deluded. All right, chat. Let's block our ears and our eyes. Deluded. For some reason, I've never felt so confident in my life. Well, not in my life, but ever since City became this version of City, I have never felt more confident going into a City game than I feel right now. It's insane. Even all those other ones that we were winning and they weren't able to beat us and all that, the 5-1, I was nervous. For some reason, in my mind, in my heart, my heart usually, my heart leans very Arsenal, but I can usually tame it with my brain to say, okay, my heart says this, but we're still playing Man City. Bro, which is scary right now because I'm a realist. For some reason, 2-3 days before the game, I still haven't even considered a world where we lose that game. That's what's insane. I've never felt this confident for a game against City. My heart is telling me 4-0 in a cup final, which is absolutely crazy.
I hope you're
That's
right.
what my heart is telling me.
To Arsenal, if anyone doesn't know. To Arsenal.
But now to tune it down with my brain, I say 2-0. I don't know if we concede.
I love that. I don't want my thing to come right. I genuinely think it's penalties. I don't want to see.
I don't think we'll concede. Do you think I don't think we'll concede. There's. I mean, in life, anything can happen. In life, anything can happen. But based off the facts to predict the future, I can't predict us. It's not crazy for me to predict us
And last
not to
time we played
concede.
City, we conceded some dickhead goals. A dickhead goal was a dickhead goal as well. So
You know who actually I'm most worried about in Man City? People think probably Haaland or no. You know who I'm actually most worried about? You alluded to him earlier. Doku.
yeah,
That's what's insane. The guy can't shoot. The guy can't finish. He can't finish to save his life. One of the most useless finishers on the planet. But for some reason, I don't know why, I have this sick feeling in my stomach that for some reason it's just going to work just for that Arsenal games, and he'll go back to being a bum. I'm very worried about him. And the way he moves, he's so direct when he plays us. He was trying to get Timber the last time.
2 decent balls into the box, no one taking advantage of it.
He was direct going at Timber the last time he played. So he's the one. If we can neutralize him, especially early, if we can neutralize him early, get some doubt creeping into him going at Timber. If he beats Timber on, sorry, excuse me, Jesus. Jesus Christ. If he beats Timber on his first go at him, it might be a long day. But he's my number one worry. But yeah, heart says 4-0. Brain says 2-0.
I'm going Pens, man. I genuinely think Pens. I want to be wrong. I'm seeing 2-1s and 3-1s and this one and that one. Someone with 4-0 asking you.
That's what's making me nervous. Is all I've seen. Deluded. That's the thing, bro. That's what's nervous. That's what's making me nervous. Because all I've seen when this is popping up is just Arsenal wins. That's what's making me nervous. Like we've beaten down the haters. Arteta's really beaten the haters that bad. He's beaten down the haters that bad, where everyone now is pretty much saying, you know what? Maybe Arsenal does win it.
Listen, let's do this thing, man. Let's just listen. By God's grace, we go and do this. I don't know what else to say other than that. So apart from appreciate your time, big up the chat.
Yeah, I always have time for you and DG Nation. I've always got time in you and DG Nation. But yeah,
come on,
Sunday
it is. People find you again, man. You didn't
Sunday
say
it is at the Midget Zimbo, Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok.
So and
also recently now Facebook, which I need to keep working on, and
Facebook. So yeah, follow the man on everything. We've taken up far too much of his time, though, man.
Listen. I always have time for. So this ain't no worry, man. This ain't no worry. If it was someone else, I would have walked off. I would have walked off already, and I would have been moaning. But I got time for you, my bro.
This guy's a madman. What a mad guy, man. But ZAH, as usual, love every time. Obviously, the chat, you lot are the heroes, because without you lot, there'd be no point. So if you
that's who I show up for, the chat. Yeah.
Please make sure you're doing such. Make sure you're following ZAH. Big up anyone who joined over from Rancy Stream, and likewise anyone that's been here. We'll link up again soon, folks, man. ZAH, chat, peace, man. One love.
There everyone. It is. Take it easy, my bro. Take it easy.
Let's bring the silverware home, man. One love, folks. One love. See you link up again.